Welcome back to my channel, sports fans. Okay, let's get into this one right here. I just heard a video that Skap Attack put out about Giannis. Look, folks, don't beat me up for this, but the truth is the truth. We got to stop crying for these guys in the 2020s and keep it fair across the board. And look, before I say what I'm going to say is, I have no issue with Giannis. He does everything right. He hasn't cheated the game. He hasn't built super teams. Nothing like that. He's an all-time great. So it's nothing personal against him. And I know people say, when people say, oh, it's nothing personal against him, or, don't take it to offense, it's usually the opposite. But this ain't about Greek freak. It's really about reality. And for some reason, I think he's trying to bash SGA for winning this MVP. And the MVP really isn't about SGA as a player, being better than Joker or being better than Greek freak. Just like those MVPs that Bill Russell won over Wilt, or the MVPs that Magic or Karl Malone or Barkley won over Jordan, right? It was about team success. Team success. And we could even say some MVPs that should have went to Kobe. It was more about team success. For some reason, Skap can't get that through his brain. So now he's coupling Giannis in the 2020s and Giannis's career with what Joker, coupling Giannis's career and, this season along with what Joker has went through. He just don't get it, folks. These guys, even Greek freak, these guys in the 2020s haven't did enough for me to ever be in the top 10. The standard of the game has been lowered. The competition has been lowered. What are we talking about? Who did Greek freak, and I'm not bashing him, who did he beat in the finals? Who did he beat in the finals? He beat a choking Chris Paul? Come on now. A choking Chris Paul in a coming of age Booker. Now, did Greek freak have an all-time finals? Yes. I mean, you could say, top 5 of all time, right? If you wanted to. Greek freak went out there and did his thing. But look, folks, these type of guys, to me, even though I keep saying it's about their era, but the further that, right? The era is so weak that they're not playing any real competition that's hard. So to me, you're not getting up in that top 10 unless you win a back-to-back. At least in this weak, soft era. I don't care the circumstances. I don't care. Because you're not really playing nobody. No real great team, no real great teams of all time, right? And for him to bash, what is it, Drew Holiday? I heard him bash Drew Holiday, saying, oh yeah, and he played with Drew Holiday, and he won a championship with Drew Holiday. This was his only guy. Or he said Chris Middleton, and then he pointed out Drew Holiday like twice. Drew Holiday? One of the great defensive stoppers of his era. It will probably go down as a Hall of Famer when it's all over. This guy's got to stop. I can put money on it. If they don't get Drew Holiday last year, the Boston Celtics, they do not win that championship, folks. Because guess what? Tatum and Jaylen Brown already tried it. And they got their wigs pushed in the finals. So for him to disrespect Drew Holiday, which in my opinion, now he has the gold medal too in 2 championships, and he can get you points and he can lock you down. One of the greatest defenders in his era. For him to diss Drew Holiday is just sickening. 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 And he's making up more excuses for Giannis, who has been hurt the past, few years in playoff series where he done went down. Come on, man. Stop it. Stop it. You don't need much help. Let's say this. For example, this is how much help you really need coming out of the East, folks. Miami has been to the playoffs, what, in 2020? In what was it, 23? Or to the finals, right? 2 years. 2 times in 5 years. They went to the finals. Who the hell was on that team that maybe be a Hall of Famer? Jimmy Butler? There's no all-time great teams in the 2020s. For you to be an all-time great team, for you to even start to be an all-time great team, you at least have to win back-to-back championships, or 3 and 4 years, or 3 and 5 years. Where is the level of competition that is stopping Greek Freak or Joker from winning championships? A lot of guys, what they had to do to start winning championships, they got to come off them stats. Michael Jordan had to come off his stats. Kobe Bryant had to come off his stats. Wilt Chamberlain had to come off his stats. That's just the way it is, folks. Nothing against Greek Freak. He plays in a positionless game where you can travel, you can carry. If you don't like the way it's going, hold your league to a standard. Let me hear a voice. You have a voice. Even if I'm going to get fined, I'm looking over, I'm like, how is LeBron getting all these great players? Why does he need all these great players when his career was a failure and he's still getting these great players in the 2020s? Let your voice be heard as an all-time great if you feel like you're being cheated. Because that's the way Skap thinks. Like, these guys are being cheated, that they don't have enough help. Chris Middleton, yes, he was always injured, but he hit big shots, especially in that finals playoff run. It wasn't just Greek Freak. But what is this guy talking about? Anybody who hits big shots and helps out on the team, they get no praise. But yet Greek Freak won the championship by himself. Yet Joker won the championship by himself. How did they win a championship by themselves? If they can't now win a championship with no help, how the hell were they winning a championship before with no help? The way Giannis and Lane Time and the rest of these guys started this season is embarrassing. They should be contending for that number 1 spot at the beginning of the season, folks. That's what it should have been. They had a good team. No way should they have been all the way down where they were. And to me, I keep it real. You already know how I feel about Lane Time. What it was, because I'm not one of them people, oh yeah, this guy says he's out with an injury. Well, take it. Take whatever you want to take from the media. Like I said, this NBA has no credibility. No credibility at all. All these guys do is fake injuries, from Joel Embiid to LeBron James, and don't think, none of these other guys do it too. They low management on fake injuries. To me, Wemby exited because he knew he wasn't going to even make the play-in, which was going to be a stain on his career later on. Dame Time making all this money, and they wasn't going to go nowhere in the playoffs again. So he don't have to hear the music. He don't have to hear the media. And he's making all this money. Let me get out of here. Wemby got out with a blood clot. How do these guys have blood clots? They have the best nutrition, the best doctors, the best medicine. And if it did happen, why shut down for the season? Why not say, okay, we shut this guy down for 20 games, 15 games, and then we'll see what's going on? Why for the whole damn season? This is ridiculous. And what's the history of these guys having these things? No history, and no, we'll see what happens after 15, 20 games. Nothing. It's just, we're out. We're gone. This is the new thing, folks. When you don't live up to expectations, get out. Or you're not going to live up to expectations. Let's get out. I don't feel sorry for Greek Freak. He does, not me. He don't have a, even with lame timeout, raise your level of play. And not raising your level of play just don't mean you putting up all these stats. Your level of play should raise other guys' level of play. Because you're an all-time great. Just because you're putting up stats, let me put up a whole bunch of stats because dang gone. No, then the players around you are going to think, he got to get his stats. And they're going to be stagnant. They're not going to know what to do. They're just in it so he can get his stats and they can lose and they can go play. Go chill in the summertime. This is embarrassing by people like Skap to make up excuses for these guys. There was no excuse for no other guy. Patrick Ewing, Alonzo Mourning, Keem Olajuwon when he wasn't winning. A lot of these guys when they wasn't winning. You know why there wasn't no excuse? Because they went out there and gave it their all. Not only them, the guys around them. And if they lost, you just lost to the better team. Again, when we talk about Joker, we can cry a river, but what all-time greats do, they put it on their back. You can have the MVP. I'm going to the championship. I'm going to the finals. I'm going to beat you in the Western Conference Finals. I'm going to raise my... See, if this guy can put up 61 points, a 61-point triple-double, what's his guys going to do? Are they going to play lockdown defense for him? These are the same guys that he let Joker sign these big contracts. So what are they... What's in it for Joker? What's in it for him to let these guys sign these massive contracts who don't have an all-NBA, not making all-stars, aren't going to be Hall of Famers? It has to be something in it for him to let these guys sign these big contracts. Because obviously, we know he likes playing with these guys, which is fine. But on the flip side, what's in it for me? Porter Jr., Jamal Murray, Aaron Gordon. And what should be in it for him is they go out there and play their hearts out. Because I just got you guys paid. I could have got rid of you guys. And got great talent. Hall of Fame teammates. There's no excuse for Greek Freak. They bowed out. You know, this guy went out. Like I said, I was mad at him last year. I don't care what no doctor say. Strap it up. Let's go. Show us you're hurt. These guys go down and they get out. Show us you're hurt. He talks about this Kobe mentality, how Kobe played with this, Kobe played with that. Not these guys. I'm hurt, I'm gone. But I ain't going to show you on the court that you're going to have to drag me off. I'm just gone. I don't care about no medical doctors. I'm me. I want to be an all-time great up there in that top 10. The level of competition in this era is garbage, and it's not acceptable to make excuses for these guys and try to put them up there with guys in the past until I see these guys are able to win back-to-back championships at least. He got Dame. There's no excuse now. No excuse. There was no excuse for them to be at the bottom of the East like that. Damn near half the damn season. No excuse. But yeah, I'm just getting sick of this Skap, man. He just, as far as him making up excuses for how great these guys are and how they've been cheated and you know, all this stuff. Who are the great teams that they can't beat? Who? We'll see. We'll see soon if Boston is his all-time great team. We'll see. We'll see. Because guess what? I ain't seen it until they win another one. And you better hope Drew Holiday don't go down with a damn injury. And then we're really going to see if they can win a championship without Drew Holiday. The same guy that Skap downplayed and said, oh, he won a championship with this guy. And get out of here. These guys are NBA players. Raise your level of play and stop crying. Raise your level play. Michael Jordan won 3 championships with those guys in the early 90s. Kobe Bryant won back-to-back championships with those guys. Okay, that's it. Stop all the whining. Stop all the crying. That's it. This is what you want. You don't want no Hall of Fame teammate. You let these three stooges, injured three stooges, sign these contracts. You got lane time. And Greek's been hurt. What? 2 of the 3 past playoff seasons? I mean, come on, man. We really got to stop, man. This is getting out of control. It's getting out of control. What does this guy want with these international players? I'm not too sure. Y'all let me know. And I'm not trying to beat up on Greek because it's like I'm trying to beat up on Joker. They're all-time great players. They had all-time great runs to the finals. Even though Greek, he had a greater finals run and a greater finals, to me, in an all-time greater finals performance than Joker. But we got to stop making up excuses, man. We can't even, we're in 2025. What team is going to go back-to-back? What player is going to win 2 championships? What player? What player? So we can really start talking. Is it going to be Greek? Is it going to be Joker? Who's it going to be? Who's it going to be, folks? I'm not talking about none of these players are top 10, nothing like that. They just got to do something first, man. They got to show me something.